Hello, Internet. My name is Roro, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about recently, and that's doing what you want when you can. It sounds simple, and that's because it is simple, but let's get into it. So, obviously, no matter what age you are, no matter what time in your life you're in, there's always going to be things in your daily life that you have to do that you don't necessarily want to do. And that can be something like responsibilities, like, going to a job that you don't really like, but you need to make money to pay the bills. I mean, even paying the bills could count as that. It could be even simpler, just like the nuisance of having to maintain your apartment or house, taking the garbage out, cleaning, laundry, stuff like that. There's always things that you have to do that you don't want to do. That's unavoidable. And to an extent, you have to balance working and enjoying your life because they kind of go hand in hand and they each help each other in certain ways. Like if you work a lot, then, relaxing is even better. And if you relax a lot, then you feel more inspired when it's time to work, stuff like that. But something that I feel like I don't do, and I think a lot of other people also don't do, is allowing yourself to do things that you really enjoy doing when you have time. You know, you don't always have to be working towards something or working on something. You can just if you have time, you can just relax or do something that is relaxing to you. And I think this mentality is slowly starting to go away. But this idea that you have to be on this constant grind, all that's doing is implying that your value is only in your work, which I don't agree with at all. So, what I like to do sometimes is if I'm feeling like I need to relax, but I don't know exactly what I want to do, I think back to when I was younger and the things that I really enjoyed doing because when you're younger, you don't really have as many responsibilities and you don't really have to do as many things on a daily basis that you don't want to do. You have a lot more freedom because, you're a kid and you can't be expected to take care of yourself completely. So, for me, those things are making music, drawing, reading, watching stuff that I really enjoy like TV shows or whatever, playing video games, of course. Stuff like that has always been things that I've been attempting to fit into the pockets of free time in my schedule pretty much since I was a kid, as long as I can remember. And, there were times where those pockets were much larger than they are now. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't still do those things. I love to do quote unquote nothing. And I have another video that discusses that idea a little bit more in depth. But yeah, I feel like in general, people should really allocate more time in their lives to just do nothing because a lot of the times they're not able to do nothing. They have to do something. And you don't always have to be doing something. That you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get exhausted. And the times we live in are exhausting enough as it is. So really give yourself time to just relax and do stuff that you enjoy that you could, in a way, consider doing nothing. Now, on the flip side of that, though, there may be times where you have a lot of time to do nothing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should use all of that time to do nothing because there might be times in the near future where you really will want to do nothing, but you have all these things to do that you could have done at another time. That sounds a little confusing, but let me kind of unwind that a little bit. Let's say, for example, that you have work and you're going to be really tired after work. You know you're going to have a rough day at work and you're going to want to come home and have as little to do as possible so that you can just relax and do nothing. But you have some chores that really have to get done around the house. A good example of that would be getting up in the morning when you have the energy and you have a little bit of time, getting all those things done, or at least as many of those things done as you can, so that when you come back home from work, you can just wrap up whatever you need to and then you can relax instead of having to do everything when you get home. And I know this stuff may seem very obvious to some people and like very simple, almost not really advice, just sort of what people do. But I know for me personally, I need to break it down in this simple of terms sometimes so I can really process it and I can really move forward in actually doing it. Because if I just tell myself vague ideas of, oh yeah, I'll get that done, I won't actually do it. And I don't know. I don't have ADHD or anything like that. And I know that's a problem with people with ADHD. They have a problem with executive function and getting things done, even when they want to get the things done. I don't necessarily have that. I just don't think I'm living the most balanced life. And I definitely value doing nothing and relaxing over working. But then I get, it builds up after a while, and I get kind of caught up in this web of all this stuff I have to get done that's becoming more and more urgent. So I really have to simplify it and schedule out my time like this sometimes in order for me to actually get things done. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. I just wanted to kind of simply lay this out to hopefully inspire people and to inspire myself and use it for reference in the future when I feel like I need to either put in a little bit more work and kind of hunker down and get some things done, or if I've been working too hard and I need to pull back and relax. Um, and yeah, for anyone who's been subscribed to my channel, thank you guys so much for coming back every week. This is actually the 20th video that I've uploaded, which is crazy. I always knew I was going to do this every week, but actually seeing them all build up over time is really cool to see. Seeing which ones connect with people more than others, it really gives me a lot of ideas of the type of videos that I would want to make in the future because, as I always say, this is just a documentation of my thoughts and ideas, and it's just a way for me to sift through things in my head and get them out. But sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of inspiration because there might be blind spots in my vision and in my life that I don't necessarily see. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or you can send me an email. I have it on my page if you want it to be a little bit more private. And like I said, I make a new video every Sunday. Or I put a new video out every Sunday. So if you like this one, come back next week for the next one. And yeah, hope to see you guys next week.